Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Build Your Copywriting Business podcast. Hello, friends.
Hello.
As always, I am joined by the delightful and stunning Kate
Oh,
Satars.
thank
Hello,
thank
Kate.
you. Instead of hello. Thank you.
I'll take them both, the thank yous and the hellos. It is entirely my pleasure. And Kate and I have the pleasure of being joined by star CCA student, star copywriter, and all-around fabulous person, Jade
New
Kennedy.
mom.
New mom, Jade Kennedy. Welcome, Jade.
Hi, thank you.
Thank
It's great to be here.
you. Oh my gosh, it is entirely our pleasure. And as Kate said, new mom, you are on week 9 of your maternity leave.
Yes.
Very exciting. Thank you for taking time away from your brand new tiny human. Well, one tiny human, or were there multiple
Yes.
tiny humans?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah, just
good
one.
Yes. And little girl or little boy?
Little boy.
Little boy. Congratulations. Is this your
Thank you.
first?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
First
extra
one.
exciting. Yay, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
How's
He's
it
pretty
going
great.
so far? Oh, yes, right? Like,
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot, but it's great.
yes. All of my friends are out of the little like babies phase. They're into all the children of my friends. I have
Sure,
adult
yeah.
friends who
I
have
figured.
children. Okay, just to be clear. And I like, oh, the infant phase. They're like little squishy bean bags, basically. Just pick
Basically,
them
yeah.
up, carry them around. The best.
Don't play cornhole with them though.
Don't.
Squishy beanbag.
Pro
Yeah.
tip from a couple of aunties: don't toss those children toward boards of any kind. Yeah, so that's what we can offer you. Yeah. Anyway, we should probably also talk about copywriting while we're here. Jade, and I'm sure we'll also talk about family life and how all of that is
Yes.
working in conglomeration with it. But what's your story? What's your background? What got you interested in copywriting? All of that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I always wanted to be a writer, like from the time I was a little girl. But I also grew up hearing that you can't make a living as a writer, that old. Yes. And I believed it. So I actually went to school for sort of not really related, but kind of. I found words fascinating. So I also find foreign languages fascinating.
Ooh,
So my major was Spanish and my minor was Chinese in college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about a brain workout.
Yes. Yeah. It's fun. I could talk about languages and translating and stuff for a really long time, but I won't go off on a tangent about that. Anyway, yeah, so I went to school for different languages and I took some time off, like in the middle, not sure what I wanted to do, did a bunch of traveling, came back, finished my degree, still didn't know what I wanted to do. Kind of floundered for a bit. I was working as a bilingual patient advocate for a while. I tried real estate. I ended up in affordable housing industry doing like property management in that field. And then I ended up stumbling across the Comprehensive Copywriting Academy. And actually I had originally stumbled across that years prior, and I definitely thought that it was a scam. But I did some reading on it.
Club.
You can learn something online, please.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, it sounds great, but too good to be true. And I've never heard of copywriting, and I don't know. So I did some reading and I was like, well, okay, I'm interested, but I'm also doing like a million other things. So I actually ended up buying the course thinking like, I mean, maybe I'll learn something, maybe I won't, I don't know. And I kind of did like a little bit, but I went through it super quick and I didn't really do the work. And then I burnt out and I was super busy. So kind of like put it aside for a while. And then about like 2 years ago or so, I ended up moving, actually in 2023, I ended up moving to Illinois. And so I let my Wisconsin real estate license expire. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to start over because that was a lot of work. And I liked real estate, but I wasn't passionate about it. So then I decided I'm going to try this copywriting thing again. And I did all the work in the course and I ended up getting a full-time job with the Regional Office of Education in this area, I love it. It's a great job.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lifetime access, baby. That pays off.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Seriously.
Well, so what do you think was different for you the second time that you dug back into it? The difference for you between the first and the second time?
Good question. I would say the first time probably I was going in like so many different directions and I was like just so busy and so kind of burnt out already. And then the second time I knew I was burnt out in my regular full-time job, and I knew that that wasn't something that I wanted to do forever. And I really wanted to be a writer, and I wanted to do something that used my brain and was a little bit more creative. So, so I finally was like, okay, I really need to do this and I need to put in the work. And I did. And I went through the course a lot more slowly. And I actually like took the time to absorb things and took notes and actually did all the exercises and built my portfolio and did the website and all the work. And then, yeah. And I think I just had to be in like that mental space to decide that I wanted it, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. And I'm just curious because we do, periodically we hear from students in the group who are like, hey, I started this a couple years ago and then I kind of fell away. And now I'm back. So I'm always curious just in case there's something that we can do to encourage people to dig back in.
That's a great point. The second time around, were you like, should I pick up where I left off? Should I start from the beginning? What did you find worked for you?
I started from the very beginning again. And actually the first time I went through it, I kind of really sped through the whole resistance thing. I was like, it's not really important. I'm not actually learning copywriting, So I really, really went through that quick and kind of ignored a lot of it, I guess, because I was like, it doesn't matter. I won't apply.
We've all been there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And the second time I actually went through and I was like, okay, I'm actually going to take this seriously because I definitely hit a lot of resistance last time. And that was definitely a barrier. So I actually sat and listened to the advice. And I think that was helpful. And then also I had a lot less going on. I mean, I still had my full-time job and like social life and everything. But before that, I was trying to do like a million other side things. So I think that was like, I had to be like, okay, I'm going to only dedicate my time to one thing that I really want. And then I don't know. Like I said, I just had to kind of get to that mental space, I think, where I was like, okay, I'm ready to dedicate the time and do the work.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's tempting when we have a lot of different I am very guilty of this, mostly because, and I love buying business courses and I love seeing what people do. So I'll buy like 3 or 4 of them at the same time, being like, I'm going to go through all of them simultaneously. I know better than to do that.
Yes.
And I do it continually. And then I go, no, okay, stop. You have to do one and then the next and the next. But I completely agree that we have a lot of interests and we should, right, as people. But the most effective way to learn stuff and to make progress is actually to focus on one thing. When I've coached business clients and they'll say, oh, I've got this direction of my business and this direction and this direction and this direction. I'm going to do all of them at once. What I have found is that the more you do, it slows everything down as opposed to just doing one and focusing and moving forward. So anyway, all of that to say is good job.
Thanks.
Figured it out. Nobody had to tell you. You figured it out because a lot of people, it takes them a while to figure that element out.
I mean, it took me a while, but yes.
Yes. We're all still human.
So I'm curious, when you went into the program both times around, I guess, if there's a difference, did you go in wanting to find a full-time job? Did you go in, what was your kind of thought process around what you wanted? And then tell us more about that, landing that job.
Yeah, I think I went in kind of open to either a full-time job or freelance work. Someday I'd love to be able to survive off of just freelance income. Like that would be awesome. But I actually love my job. So now I'm like conflicted a little. Yeah. So I don't know. I was open to a full-time job. I kind of was leaning a little bit more towards having a full-time job just to get the confidence and like the experience and stuff. Yeah. Cause I'm a person that really likes to know not just what I'm doing, but like all the ins and outs and know that I'll be able to answer any possible question that arises and hopefully have faced it before and can draw on experience. So that was definitely my block when it came to pitching. As like, I felt like, okay, I can offer something that I notice, but like when it comes to a discovery call, I don't know. I don't want to use the term fake it till you make it because you're not really faking it because you do know what you're doing. But like, I feel like I don't have the confidence to portray that. So yeah, so that's something that it was something that has affected my confidence when it comes to pitching for sure. So that's why I was more interested in a full-time job to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. Also, there are a lot of benefits to full-time jobs. Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of days that I think, oh, I kind of wish I were going to an office, like seeing other people and collab. Not that this isn't lovely seeing you guys here, but there's a lot of, and to your point, they're learning getting to know a product or a service or a brand or all of that really in depth can be very, very valuable.
Mhm.
Well, and I feel like there's an element too of like, freelance versus in-house. I think to your point, you love your job. So if that's checking all the boxes,
Yeah.
I feel like most
Mhm.
people, it's like, oh, freelance because the full-time doesn't feel like it can check all the boxes sometimes. But
Mhm.
depending on the season, depending on the people, depending on the company, there's so many variables. So happy you found a place you loved.
Totally. Yeah. Me too.
And is it in the office full
I
time,
know.
or is
Like,
there any
tell us all about it or what you feel
flexibility,
comfortable.
any remote flexibility?
Yeah. Some. I'm in the office typically Monday through Thursday, and then work from home Fridays,
That's
Cool.
nice.
which is
Yeah.
pretty great.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting schedule because the company I work for is sort of a government entity, but it is a nonprofit. So it's like kind of complicated. And then also it's an education. So like my employment kind of works like a teacher contract. So my days are really flexible. So like I have to work a certain number of days out of the year, and then I can kind of pick what days. So
Oh,
it's really cool. Yeah.
that's very cool.
Yeah. So I work 200 contract days a year typically, which is not that.
Very
I mean, that's a lot of time off too. So it's great.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And what kinds of things are you working on? Like different mediums? Is it a lot of digital? Is it a lot of what? Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, a lot of digital. It really varies.
Mhm.
I do everything from like social media ads to social media content to flyers to creating graphics and Canva, thumbnails. We do all kinds of things. We write email newsletters. That's a big
Mhm.
one. And then our most recent project was we actually redid our entire website,
Ooh, big.
which is like, I can't think of exactly how many pages. I want to say, I know it's over 50 pages. It was a lot of copy. It took like months and months of work, but it was really fun, and I loved it.
Yes. Yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
fulfilling, isn't it? When you finish the project, you're like, look
Yes.
at what we've done.
Yes. We're very proud of the website that we've created.
And then also a project that you worked on won an award. Am I correct? Hey there, it's Nikki. I wanted to take a very quick minute to make sure that you knew about our free on-demand copywriting training. Now, whether you are brand new to copywriting or you've been doing it for a while, but you just can't seem to hit those income goals, this training is for you. You are going to learn the 3 secrets to landing freelance copywriting work without relying on frustrating job bidding sites like Upwork or Fiverr, or without cold calling strangers. And if you've watched any of the student success stories on this channel, and if you haven't yet, check them out. This is the exact same training that they all started with. And I mean students like Kate K, who is making 6 figures working part-time and retired her husband to help her build her business. Students like Stuart, who replaced his full-time salary, which was a good one, with his freelance income and then some. Stacy, who hit 6 figures in her first 6 months as a freelance copywriter, and Ashley, who landed the in-house copywriting job of her dreams. They all started with this free training, and you can start with this free training too. So sign up right now at freecopywritingtraining.com.
Yeah, it was actually the website, one of the pages on the website that we did. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. My colleague submitted it to the Illinois chapter of INSPRA, which is it's a like school communicator organization essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a page that described the licensing requirements, which is really
so you
complicated.
had to make it readable and understandable, and
Yes, which actually a lot of the source material that I was drawing from was really confusing and didn't make sense. And I couldn't find anything written that describes like Illinois licenses, how they work, how you get them, how you renew them in like a really clear way. So I actually worked with our licensure specialist a lot and like asked her a ton of questions and like had her clarify things to sort of like make it make sense and hopefully make her job a little bit easier so she gets fewer calls.
Yeah. And you won an award for it. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome. And then that also gets filed under the things I know a ton of stuff about that I never ever thought I would need to know a ton of stuff about.
Yes. I know a lot about Illinois teacher licensures.
That's right. And let me know if you feel differently, but I would imagine that that's one of the things that you're like, okay, how interesting can it be? Until you dig into it and you go, actually, it's fascinating. There's this and this.
Yeah, there's actually like a ton of different kinds of ways that you can become an educator in Illinois, if anyone is interested.
If anyone needs Jade you can start a side hustle. Although,
well, I don't know if I'm that much of an expert,
but has she got a webpage for you?
Yes. And we have a licensure specialist that you can make an appointment with at the
There
bottom
you
of the
go.
page.
Love it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, how has your confidence evolved since
gonna ask,
you've
yeah.
started working? Well, same page, Kate.
Mhm.
Since you've started this position and grown within it.
Yeah. Well, I've been there almost a year now. So I have learned, thank you. I have learned so much. So I would say my confidence has definitely grown immeasurably. Yeah. Like I said, we've done so many different things in so many different mediums, and my colleagues and I have done a lot of the research together. So we're kind of learning, especially about like social media, which I feel like is always evolving, and the different strategies. So there's always more to learn about social media and the strategies. Actually, I just went to my work sent me on a conference yesterday. Well, not really a conference, but a workshop yesterday, all about social media. And it was really interesting. So I feel like one of the things I love about my job is that they're really supportive of like ongoing learning and education. So I feel like I just keep learning more and more, and it's great.
Oh, that's very cool. That's
love
very
that.
cool.
I'm curious, and I'm going to try to phrase this. This is not intended to be a leading question by any means, but has it changed as you've obviously gained more confidence? Has it changed how you feel though about feeling like you need to know all the things, knowing to your point, like social is always changing, certain things are always changing, or are there elements where you're like, well, this is something that's pretty universal, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I know what I'm talking about more than I did a year ago, just from experience, just because we do a lot of work on a daily basis. Like we go through a lot of like we create a lot of stuff. We write a lot of stuff. Like our monthly newsletters, we have, I think, 5 of them that we put out every month, and the social media and like the ads and it's a lot.
It doesn't.
No, so it's fun. It's a lot of variety and I love it. But I also feel like just from the different, like I've kind of experimented some too with social media, even like read different theories and like tried this and tried that. And so like, I know what works better, at least insofar as like the educational realm and like what I'm doing. So yeah, I would say I feel a lot more confident now.
Well, and to your point, there's always something new with digital. Like it's not, I mean, and with social media, this is not going to be the last time there's a workshop about what's happening in social media. And I think often the more we dig into something, the more we realize like, oh, I can't know everything.
Yes.
Like, oh, I see. Yeah. And that can.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've also learned that like nobody is a full expert, even in the field, because we do like, I've gone to collaborations with other school communicators specifically. And there's a couple other people who are from other regional offices of education and some other similar environments, similar organizations. And like, I don't know, everybody there is in the role, but they're also still learning, which I think is cool. And like, it's just a very collaborative environment. And I like it. I feel like it has given me confidence to know that nobody knows everything. And like you said, everything is always changing. So there's always more to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's fun, right? Like, thank goodness.
Absolutely.
We're in an industry where there's always more to learn. If we ever hit the place where it's like, nah, I know it all, then what's the point?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Now, you obviously very recently had your son. Did your career planning, and if this is too personal in any way, certainly, but was there a timing in your head in terms of making the transition into copywriting, adding to your family, or did that just kind of happen in a wonderful,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
So I mean, my husband and I had actually been trying for a while. So that is something that was on the back of my mind for a long time, was like, that's actually why I was like, I want to do something freelance and I want to be able to have a super flexible schedule.
Yeah.
Because I want a family and I want to be able to like work around that really well. So that was a big part of it. But I would say like the timing of this actually really worked out well, because I was like a week into the job when I found out that I was pregnant. So it was great.
Yeah.
Worked great. Yeah. And they've been like, my workplace is super, super supportive and awesome. So it's been great.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm curious, do they offer a maternity leave, or is it part of the flexible schedule?
So not really, but it's like they gave me a shorter contract for this calendar year, which is actually like in line with the school year.
Mhm.
So I'm actually only working 180 contract days this year instead of the full
Gotcha.
200. So I kind of like work
Gotcha.
my maternity leave into that, and then I
Mhm.
can kind of play around with the extra days. And
Gotcha. Yeah,
yeah,
and probably not a detail that I whenever
yeah, yeah,
I'm always curious, like,
yeah,
how does that work? Okay.
yeah. But it's
So,
cool because then like I don't actually have like an unpaid maternity leave because it's
yeah.
split throughout the whole year. I just get like
Mhm.
checks like a teacher does throughout the year.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
Yeah. Very fair of them to work it out that way.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I was about to ask if you had tips for working with the young one, but I'm like, you haven't had to do that yet, which is great. Like, you
I have
just
not.
enjoy.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be a whole different transition. But
We will catch up with you then. and
Yeah,
see.
really.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
It'll be great.
Yeah. But actually, in terms of tips, as you look back on your copywriting journey,
Mhm.
if someone is maybe they're thinking about getting started, or maybe they kind of dipped their toes in and then stepped away from it, are there any tips that you can offer, or perspectives that you can offer to help people kind of, I don't know, get their footing?
Get the momentum going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say actually to wait until you know that you can dedicate the time and the headspace to it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush into it.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time. Make sure that you're in the space where you can actually sit down and dedicate the time to actually learn the material and not just breeze through it, but like thoroughly learn it and actually take it in and put it into
Mhm.
practice. And definitely do all of the spec work and do all the work.
Yes.
And then I think the more you do that, the more, I don't know, the more kind of momentum that you just naturally get, because
True.
you're into it and you're learning and you feel like you're actually making progress, and that it in itself is encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, it's kind of like learning a language, right? Like you can go through and you can kind of breeze through it quickly and go, "Oh, okay, remember a couple of words here and there," but going through things more deliberately and
Mhm.
consistently, even if it's for a short period of time each day, but doing it deliberately and consistently is going to start
Yes.
building up that memory and that mastery. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would also say I would advise people not to rush it, because it's easy to sit there and say, okay, I have a full day today. I can dedicate it all to learning copy. I can watch this video and this video and this video. And that's what I did the first time around. And it does not work as well, because you take in a lot. It's a lot of information. And even if you're taking notes, like you're not really retaining it as well as you do when you just do a course or two a day. And then you actually think about what you've learned and like look for
Mm-hmm.
how it's applied in this copy, in this email, or in this, whatever you're coming across.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
And
great
then
point. Yeah.
too, if you spend 8 hours on it one day, the chances of you wanting to come back and dig into it again the next day,
True.
not high.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's because we're human, right? Even if it's
Mhm.
something like you want to learn, if you spend that much time on something, like certainly understandable if the next day you're
Mhm.
like, what if I just didn't do that today? What if I did
Yeah.
something else? Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So I'm curious, and both with yourself and kind of before you even got your job, but also certainly with your job, do they have policies around AI use? Do you have feelings, thoughts on AI use? I'm always just curious now that
Yeah.
can't get away from it.
That's a great question. They don't really have policies on it. And actually, before I started this job, I was super anti-AI anything. Like I was really, really anti-AI. But a lot of people use it like here and there, especially to be sort of like a partner and an assistant and like summarizing things and whatnot. So I've come around a little bit. I do kind of subscribe to the idea that like if you don't adapt as a copywriter, as whatever, that you're going to be left behind, kind of.
Yeah.
So I finally begrudgingly came across to exploring a little bit of AI, and it's very interesting. It's very fascinating. And yeah, it's a little scary, but it's fascinating. And I do like to use it as a sort of a partner to sort of come up with different different ideas to like brainstorm or get like a general idea. If I'm like, okay, I have this is what I've written and I need like this one sentence needs like a little bit of pizzazz.
Yeah.
Like like asking it to like help me come up with some pizzazz. And then usually I don't actually take what it says, but it usually inspires like, oh, actually that makes me think of this. And then I'll use this and that sounds cool. So yeah.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
one
I do a
the
lot of
biggest
like,
ways I use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what's another way to say this? And it gives me this list and I go, none
Not
of
quite,
those.
but that makes
but-
me think of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. Me
It's
too.
like,
Yeah.
isn't there a game of like say a word and what does it make you think of? Like, I feel like it's almost got that vibe to it. When
Mhm.
it,
Yes, exactly. And it also helps me like organize my thoughts a little bit.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Half the time, yeah, typing out like the prompt, you're like, oh, sometimes I'm like typing the prompt. I'm like, oh, I don't
Yes.
need you anymore. I just
Yeah.
wrote
Yeah.
my
Yes.
way there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
Like
that.
that rambling, like a rambling coworker that you can be like, you could just ramble for a while until you
Yes.
finally like, oh wait, actually, okay, I think I figured this out.
Yes.
Answer
Yeah,
my own
exactly.
question. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to something the other day, and I think what you said about like brainstorm partner, that's exactly how they phrased it. They were like, it's a brainstorm tool. It's not an outcomes tool. And I thought that was so,
Yeah. That's yes. That's
because-
well put.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's just not, it's never given me, I think putting it in a prompt in and expecting anything of value back versus what, to your point, you're putting something you've already created in and you're getting something valuable back in the sense of new ideas. So
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think the only other question I have is if someone is listening to this and maybe they just found out about copywriting or they're kind of interested, maybe they also have been looking around and are said, hey, maybe copywriting could be a thing for me. Do you have any advice for them, for someone who's just kind of dipping their toe in and starting to look at this as an opportunity?
Yeah, I would say that kind of learning a little bit more about copywriting is the way to go. Because I think when I started learning about it, that's when I was like, okay, this is something that I would enjoy. So I think you kind of know that pretty quick. Once you start actually looking into it a little bit more, delving into it, looking around at like the different copy around you and say, could I write this for a living? Is that something that I would enjoy? I think yeah, that's my advice. It's not super deep, but yeah,
No, but
just
It's
do
a great place
some-
to start.
yeah.
Yeah.
do some research, see if you think that you'd like it. And I think pretty fast once you start looking at copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
I
a great
agree.
point when you see those things where you're like, I could write that better.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that moment of like, oh, I'm going to stop and actually notice the copy. It's almost
Yes.
the what is it? The Wizard of Oz, where it goes from black and white to color, where you go, oh my gosh, there's copy all around me. And you start to actually read it. And sometimes sometimes you come across really great copy. And then sometimes you come across stuff and you go, oh,
yeah.
I could do that. Okay. And I could do better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. It's a great piece of advice. Now, I know that you are not currently taking freelance clients, but like if someone is listening and they have a company and they say, oh my gosh, I think Jade would be amazing. I want to throw a freelance project her way. Or, maybe they just want to follow you.
Throw money at you. Yeah.
Throw money at you. How can people find you?
Yeah. I'd actually love to take freelance clients on the side. I do have a full-time job, but yes, my free time, I would absolutely love to take freelance clients. So my website is www.jadekennedycopy.com.
Excellent. And we will put the link to your website in the show notes. Make it super easy for all of these clients to send work your way.
Awesome.
Well, Jade, thank you so much for joining us, especially in this very special time with your new little guy. So thank you for taking your time away. And thank you also to your husband for facilitating you being able to get some time away.
Yes.
Tricky time.
Thank you
We know
guys.
that.
Thanks for having me again.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And so with that, we will catch you all in the next episode. Bye, everybody.
Like what you heard? Hit subscribe so you never miss a video. And if you're ready to take the first step toward becoming a copywriter yourself, sign up for a free video training right here.